Then you have the retail agent side. That's going to be like your individual agencies that you see, that's your storefronts and things like that, right? So you have your retail agents, also known as independent agents. That's the totally different way to be able to get your product to the market, but it's also a ton of hard work because you actually have to focus on educating them in order to get them to choose your market over another one. So going direct to an agent without having education in the middle is going to make it a little bit harder if you're an MGA trying to distribute in that way, just right out the gate. Eventually, it will allow you to get access to the masses because if they experience your product through a wholesaler and they do well, eventually you'll want to give them a minimum for them to come direct to you. So then you have the brokers. So when we think about the big four firms and we think about top 100 brokers, we think about your Aons, your Marshes. These are your brokers that you can go to, right? They specifically are always looking for markets to place their business. If you get a broker, though, especially if you're in that small to medium sized business market, and if you're also like in a high net worth market, those are going to be great ways for you to, and reasons for you to work with brokers and not just independent agents. Then you have that embedded market. Now, I know embedded is a very fancy name, but when we think about embedded, people are always like, what is embedded? And I remember saying to someone one day, I was like, I don't understand. Like, why are they calling it embedded? And I don't think I've ever experienced an embedded experience when it comes to like buying insurance. And then when someone literally said, when you actually buy your flight and they say, check this box, if you actually want to insure your flight just in case you can't make it, that's embedded insurance. Super simple. And I said, so basically they came up with the fancy name for it, and now we're calling it embedded. So that's embedded insurance. We'll see a lot of MGAs and MGUs taking this route if they do not want to sell their product through the broker or retail agent at all, and they also want to go direct to the consumer.